Good evening, everyone. I'm here to take you on a journey through the world of numerical methods for stochastic differential equation. So, here's the plot. You're in Edinburgh and you're new in town. You want to visit the city. You have to be not stick to reality completely. So you need a high level of creativity for this experiment to be an accurate representation of the reality. You need to have the level of creativity that can make a unicorn fly or Scotland independent, as you want. So you are in Edinburgh and you wear stilts, really, really big stilts. To visit the city, you can take small steps or big steps. With small steps, you might start from the castle and be able to have like a very exhaustive comparative list of like the best shop to buy your favorite tartan scarf. However, you might not get anywhere else. With big steps, you start from the castle, you can go all the way to Archer Seat, then to the Botanical Garden, then to Princess Street, and then to the promenade. But you might not have time to have an ice cream on the promenade or a little coffee shop. And we know that the Edinburgh weather requires some breaks sometimes. So you get it. It's all about balance, basically. If you have followed me until now, congratulations. You have created your first numerical methods. So now let's spice things up a little. And let's add some actual math and some randomness. So the landscape you are traveling in, so where are your points of interest and how far away they are from one another, is your stochastic differential equation. In the world of math, there is not much space for free will. So your equation guides where you're going to step next. But don't worry, to spice things up, we've added some randomness, which means that at every step you take, you will be deviated from your direction randomly, basically. And your deviation will be proportional to the square root of the size of your steps. Which means that, let's see who has followed. If you take a step of 1 meter, what would be your deviation? Yeah, well done! Can we applaud the good answer? So, say you start from the castle and you want to go to Portobello Promenade. Well, you might end up in Musselburgh. And I mean, it's not that bad. There is a shiny mussel and there are some fish and chips, but it's not the promenade, right? And if you start from the meadows and you're trying to reach the base center, well, you might end up just next door on Bristol Square. So this hazard randomness actually has a lot of implication because if you're trying to work it out, it means that you're never quite sure you're going to get to your point of interest. And you don't know in how many steps you'll actually get there. So you might end up walking for a while before having your ice cream on the promenade or actually arriving here. So numerical methods are also about efficiency and being smart in the way you take your steps. So I'm going to have a little summary of what we've been talking about so far. So if you disconnected at some point, which happened to all of us, this is the moment you can reconnect, and I'm going to summarize what we've been talking about. So the landscape you are traveling on is your stochastic differential equation. Your numerical methods allows you to travel on that landscape. And to spice things up, we've added some randomness, which means that you might need quite a lot of steps before arriving to your point of interest. So now the conclusion is, this whole traveling in Edinburgh is not going to be really cheap, right? So you better be quite smart in the way you're going to take your steps. Most numerical methods allows you to fix a step size, and then you have to stick with it till the end of your travel, which means that if you start from the castle and stop by the first tartan shop you see, you'll just end up spending the day in a sea of tartan scarf. However, if you start from the castle and go directly to Archer Seat, you won't get that cozy beer on Grassmarket. Okay. Which is a hard life, right? Well, what if I tell you there are some numerical methods that allows you to change the size of your step depending on what you see? How exciting, right? This is the moment you get, wow, that's amazing. So those methods are called variable or adaptive step size numerical methods, and they're really great. They're accurate, they're efficient, They're a bit like the Swiss Army knife of numerical methods. You can do a bit of everything. Okay, so now you tell me, what are numerical methods really for, apart from like sounding smart and sophisticated at parties? Well, they're a bit for everything. They're like a crystal ball. They allow to predict kind of anything you might be thinking of. So they are used in machine learning, in AI, in molecular dynamics, in applied statistics. So say you're watching the Six Nation games, which are on at the moment, and you want to know whether your favorite team will be winning the Six Nation. Well, you can run simulation using those numerical methods, taking into account their past performance, the weather condition, whether they've been playing at Murrayfield or not. And then you can confidently place your bet, knowing that you have the power of numerical methods with you. And that's it for me tonight. I hope next time you'll visit a city, you will step up your game and have fun. And thank you very much.
Thank you, Alix.